Where I hear water dripping. I do for sure, but where is it? Oh boy. This one must be dead. Try that side. Yep. What's up, guys? We'll get rolling in a few minutes. I think Nick took Pearson. Let's update that. Nick for 4. Okay. Welcome in. We'll get rolling in a few minutes. Everything's full besides the juice ball. Some of those got ran late or close to the stream time, so I'll read through them all. I'm trying to think if there's 15, we'll take 4 off. 78. Maybe 2. I guess I could just look at last week. Was there 3 last time? That'll be 3 this time, or 2 this time. So 4 spots left in the juice baseball. I'll read through those. There's a ton of players that are available. I'll read through them in a little bit, but I'll wait for a couple more people to show up before I do that. If you know someone you want, there's a list on the left side. The right side is the full list, but the left side is what's available. If you know anyone you want, you can grab one. If not, I'll read through them. And let's update this too. 16's gone. 24, 30, 35, 51. 24, 30, 35, 51. Not a ton tuning in yet. I'll wait a few more minutes just to see for reading off names and juiced. Make sure I didn't miss a claim, and then we'll start reading them off in a little bit here. The last comment was Pearson, Frank Thomas, and Sauce Gardner are up for trade in the balls, right? Yeah. It is funny. One of you guys brought that up, saying why is Frank Thomas there? Is that a typo? I thought it was too, but it's he's there on an Auburn ball. So, hola, Hila. How's it going? Frank Thomas, 4 left in juice ball. Yeah, I don't think anyone else claimed any after that. So let's do this. Let's start reading off some names in the juice ball. That'll likely be the first thing we roll too. So we only have that, and that could possibly be football, and then East Coast, everything else is football, and actual football, Racky, Big Al's, and then some live fills. So I'll start reading off juice names in a second here. These are 7 per. I just realized I didn't type over here either. Pick one, random 3, 16. What else was that one's full? Okay, players that are available in the Juiced. If you hear one you want, it's $17. You'll get a player. You'll get 4 more randoms as well, and we'll open 1 box. So see if we can get a few of these claimed. We've got Al Kaline, Allen Iverson, Barry Larkin, Barry Sanders, Bobby Hull, Brooks Robinson, Cal Ripken, Carmen Electra, Chevy Chase, Chipper Jones, Chris Mullen, Christy Brinkley, Cole Hamels, Cowboy Joe West, the Dallas Stars ball, Damian Lillard, Dan Marino, Devontae Adams, Deion Sanders, Dennis Rodman, Dominique Wilkins, Duke Snyder, Ellie De La Cruz, Fernando Tatis, Frank Robinson, Fred McGriff, Gary Payton, Hideki Matsui, Ichiro Suzuki, John Morant, Jackson Merrill, James Wood, Yarmir Yager, Jason Kidd, Jazz Chisholm, Jeff Bagwell, Jim Tomei, Joe Montana, Joe Morgan, John Elway, Jonathan Taylor, Jordan Love, Jose Ramirez, Juan Jose, Julio Rodriguez, Julius Irving, Justin Jefferson, Kevin Garnett, Chris Bryant, Kyle Tucker, Larry Bird, Lou Brock, Luis Robert, Manny Ramirez, Marcus Semien. This is the first one we're going to do tonight, so we'll try to get these last 4 scooped up. I think there'll be 2 solos too. Miguel Cabrera, Mike Tyson, Nolan Arenado, Patrick Ewing, Pedro Martinez, Pete Alonso, Peyton Manning, Randy Johnson, Reggie Jackson, Robin Yount, Rod Carew, Roger Clemens, Roger Staubach, Ronald Acuna, Ryan Sandberg, Sammy Sosa, Shaquille O'Neal, Spike Lee, Stan Musial, Steve Young, Sue Bird, Tony Perez, Tyreek Hill, Vlad Guerrero, Wade Boggs, Willie McCovey, and Jordan Alvarez. I'll be taking Sandberg. Who is it that I mistake? Maybe it was Andre Dawson that I thought. In the series that wasn't. Okay, 3 spots left in that one to close us. And that's actually the only thing that's open tonight, right now. I don't know, Jason, are you selling Buffalo or holding on to it in Racky? Keep it. Okay. I thought maybe, but you never know. So 3 left in baseball. We'll start with that once we close it and get randoms going. Lots of good names there. We could also just do East Coast first, but not a lot tuning in quite yet, so I don't want to jump into that. Could also just do football stuff first, but then we have to close the poll before it's too far off. Hope everyone's having a good day. I got the I took a hit to the wallet with the fun adventure on Monday night, but all fixed. So it could have been a lot worse. Your brain goes to the absolute worst. How much was it? You don't want to know. More than I was hoping for, less than I imagined it could have been. It was over $1,000. The worst part is that she put $200 worth of premium in the first place. So $200 of premium that just got cleaned out. And I don't think they could do anything with that because it had half diesel and part diesel in it too. So that was there before, and then the tow truck cost, and then fixing all the rest. So it was over in between 1 and 2. Hey, Daryl, what's up, man? Yeah, it could have been worse, could have been better. Live, you learn, I guess. Randy Johnson. Okay, we're down to just 2 spots left. I can read them again here. We have a few more showing up. Johnson. 2 left to close the baseball. There'll be 2 solos as well. Everything else is full for now. So this is the last one we need to close, and then we can get rolling. Mark, what's up, man? So it should be 80. I'll read through them again. If you already heard me the first time, just ignore me. We need 2 claims to close this. They're $17 per claim. You get a player plus 4 more as randoms. We had Sandberg and Randy Johnson claim. Okay. I'll do speed mode again just in case. If you want to grab a spot in baseball, it's $17. These are the players that are available. Al Kaline, Allen Iverson, Barry Larkin, Barry Sanders, Bobby Hull, Brooks Robinson. Remember, this is juice, so multiple sports, not just baseball. Pedro Martinez available. He is. I didn't know if he's in this series, Steve, but he is. There's so many names that I read through quick, and then once someone asks me, I think about how good of a claim that is, or how cool it'd be to hit that name. That's one of them. Pedro's there, Steve. If you want him, I'm assuming I'll take him off here. That leaves us with 1 spot left to close this. Just tell me no if you were just wondering, which is also possible. I'm in. Okay, Steve, I got you. Rivera was claimed, Jason. He was up a little higher. I'll keep reading through here, though. There's 1 more spot left. Cal Ripken, Carmen Electra, Chevy Chase, Chipper Jones, Chris Mullin, Christy Brinkley, Cole Hamels, Cowboy Joe West, Dallas Stars Ball, Damian Lillard, Dan Marino, Devontae Adams, Deion Sanders, Dennis Rodman, Dominique Wilkins. Look at that. That's like 10 in a row that are not baseball. Duke Snyder, Ellie De La Cruz, Fernando Tatis, Frank Robinson, Fred McGriff, Gary Payton, Hideki Matsui, Ichiro Suzuki, John Morant, Jackson Merrill, James Wood, Yarmir Yager, Jason Kidd, Jazz Chisholm, Jeff Bagwell, Jim Tomei, Joe Montana, Joe Morgan, John Elway, Jonathan Taylor, Jordan Love, Ellie for Mark. That'll close us. Thank you, Mark. Good luck to you. Okay. Uh, 17, Mark, for the baseball spots. Merrill, just a second behind Jason. He may be a solo, though. We're going to have 2 solos. So look for those here. I'll run it now, and then we'll see who's there. I'll read them off. We'll do this one first. Final 2 players on the 7th roll will be, are they 3? Yeah, $3 solos, what we'll do. So let's get that up. Welcome in, guys. Hope you guys are having a good day. I thought I lost at my job. I logged into the wrong account on Windows, and I didn't realize, and I thought I lost all of my QuickBooks backups for 10 years. I mean, I haven't backed up, but there's a ton of work since I backed it up. So I had a scare, and then I figured out I just logged into the wrong account. That was a fun part for me today, but felt good knowing that I was wrong and that it was all fine. 4, but I spent about a half an hour freaking out. 6. And our 7th roll, solos are Fred McGriff and Reggie Jackson. $3 solos. Both fun names there. Fred McGriff, and Reggie Jackson. And then I'll read through who everyone has here. It might be hard to trade or sell, but you can still try. I won't hold up the whole night for it, but I'll give it a second if people want to try. Come on. Mouse doesn't want to drag. There we go. Fred, I got you for McGriff, Jason, and then Mark had Reggie. So Mark's got Reggie just ahead of you, but I got you with McGriff. We'll get rolling here, guys. Okay. Yeah. Oh, let me write these first. Jason for 3 and Mark for 3. Okay, in the baseball, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being patient. We get this one filled up. Everything else is closed. Brad, you had Gwynn, Tony Gwynn, Brooks Robinson, Miguel Cabrera, Lou Brock, Jordan Alvarez, Tom Seaver, John Morant, Chris Mullin, Chipper Jones, and Al Kaline. Christie, you had Mantle, Jonathan Taylor, Willie McCovey, Sue Bird, Jeff Bagwell, Griffey Jr., Chevy Chase, Yager, Adams, Ewing, Skeens, Montana, Iverson, Tomei, and Lee. Chad, you had Sandlot, Shaquille O'Neal, Jazz Chisholm, Julio Rodriguez, Roger Staubach. Bill, you had Hank Aaron, Christy Brinkley, Deion Sanders, Justin Jefferson, Tony Perez. Larry V, you had Ryan, James Wood, Barry Larkin, Wade Boggs, and Frank Robinson. I think you had an all baseball line there. Nick F, Thomas, Juan Jose, Rod Carew, Ichiro Suzuki, Robin Yunt, that one too. Elliot Rivera, Alonzo, Hull, Joe Morgan, and Merrill almost. Mattingly, Peyton Manning, Love, Rodman, and Hill. Jonathan R. Rose, Musial, Sanders, Kidd, and Hamels. Brian W. Sheen, Irving, Steve Young, Luis Robert, Carmen Electra. Scorching, Opie's got Vlad, and Ramirez up for sale. That's Vlad Sr., right? Yes. And Jose Ramirez. Scorching had Koufax, Bird, Tucker, Snyder, Ripken, Trout, Cowboy, Joe West, Nolan Arenado, Hideki Matsui, Dallas Stars. Obi Sandberg, Marino, Guerrero Sr., Jose Ramirez, and Tatis. Guerrero Sr. and Ramirez are both up for sale for $3 from Obi. If you want them, shout them out. Jonathan R. Johnson, Simeon, Peyton, Manny Ramirez, Sammy Sosa. Steve A. You had Martinez, Bryant, Garnett, Elway, and Mike Tyson. Mark De La Cruz, Roger Clemens, Damian Lillard, Dominique Wilkins, and Ronald Acuna. Jason, you had McGriff as a solo, and Mark Reggie Jackson as a solo. Let's get a box. If anyone's interested, Obi's got 2 up for sale for $3. Vlad Sr. and Jose Ramirez. I'll leave that open so you can look at those. Should probably just take these out of the box now. I'm going to 1 and 4. 1, 2, and 4. 5 and 8. That was almost a perfect throw. 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. Let's get a number. Nope, that's 10-sided. There's my 8-sided. 1, 2, 4, 5, or 8. We need 1 ball here. First roll, maybe. Yeah, that is a 1. I'm just spinning it. I guess it was already the right way up. 1. Ball 1. Perfect. Okay, last call on Vlad and Jose Ramirez. And we're going to get rolling. Take a peep here. If you didn't see, it was ran right before we started on the Facebook page, but here's the full-size teams. If you want to look at trading or selling or buying those, you can take a screenshot or just go look at the Facebook page. But let's do this baseball first. Okay, next up will be East Coast. Our final 2-box from this series. We'll finish next week with a couple 1-boxers, and then I believe he's working on a new series. So hopefully no days in between, but maybe we'll have a day or 2 without a series the following week. We'll see. Those are our 2 non-football stuff. If you're just jumping in, there's 2 guesses. One of them's the position still going for those 2 minis, or one of the Jack Hughes items are still included in that, probably until one gets picked or until I run them elsewhere. And then the gold bag is an all-decades team from the 1980s, a player. We did one the other night from, I don't remember what decade it was. 2010s, maybe? 1980s is tonight. Okay. Here we go, box 1. What we're going to start with. Back it is. Okay, good luck, all. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, it's another black ball, which they're cool. I like them with the gold ink on them. It's probably right down where we can't see it, so let's pull it out. It is. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I feel like if I gave it a little bit longer, I could figure this one out, but I don't know that one. Looks like a nice signature there. Gold ink. All the balls are kind of stressing me out, especially with the big paint pen. They can smear, but this one doesn't look like it's smeared at all or lifted at all. It's a great signature. Anyone know who that is before I cheat? It is Beckett certified. I see a T and that, like, I was going to say Martinez, but it's not long enough to be Martinez, I don't think. Let's look it up here. Let's cheat. Good luck, all. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. That's a great hit. I would have never guessed that from that signature. Very cool. Hideki Matsui. I got Matsui. Hideki Matsui, Rawlings, black ball. That's a great hit. Let me see who had Matsui. Has been claimed in the past, but not tonight. There's Ichiro. Where's Matsui? Hideki is going to Scorching. Ray. Great hit, Ray. Hideki Matsui on your Mike Trout claim. That one's throwing me off. I guess just the SUI there at the end. It makes sense. Hideki Matsui. I love it. I don't know. We pulled him before out of all of our baseball nights and stuff in the past. He's been on a ton of items. Maybe we pulled him once before. Great hit. Nice hit, Ray. Congrats. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go to our East Coast hockey jerseys. Go Godzilla. Yeah, that's a cool one, man. Something's got to give. Something's going to happen where it's going to be when I get a team here, maybe in the next 2 or 3 years. But baseball is waiting for me with open arms. I need to jump in. I won't sound like such an idiot when we're breaking baseball, but I'll eventually get there. All right, yeah, congrats, Ray. Let's do our East Coast. We're running this one to the ground. I know there's still 28 jerseys, which is a ton. That's almost half. But as far as breaking with just 28, it makes it hard. It makes the prices go up unless we were to do like individual players. There's a shot that maybe we'll do that instead, but I think what we'll do is we'll do a one box or pick one random one next week for like 24 or something like that, 25. And there'll be only 13 spots to claim. Still 13 great names, if not more. We're just running to the end of this one. We're doing a 2-boxer now. 1 box Monday, 1 box Wednesday. Let's read off what you guys have. Good luck, everyone. Price goes up, odds go up as well. This could be a fun one. We're still looking for, I'm going to give away jersey if we don't hit a pictured headliner. We hit 2 headliners. They just weren't pictured on Monday. Daryl, you've got Bedard, Kachuk, Kovalev, Eriksson Ek, Howe, and Schwartz. Nick F., Fedorov, and Russ. Brian W., Hayduk, and Mangiapane. Dylan Quick and Jarvis. Larry V., Belfour, and Sorokin. Brian Ottinger, Forsberg, Merzlikins, and Stutzel. Jonathan R., you had Joseph and Sam Bennett. Blaine, you had Wolf and Svechnikov. Jason T., Matthews, and Scheifele. Carlos Ekholm and Eklund. 2 X, you just need the other Ek. Jonathan R., Vasilevsky, and Sam Still. We're down to 4 boxes. We're going to random these 7 times and open the top 2. So let's do that 7 times. There's 1. I swear I hit it. Maybe I missed it just barely. There's 1. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 35 and 51 are 2 bottom ones. Right? Yep. 35, 51. Got those up there. I'm going to put some of this stuff away. need to hit one pitcher. If we don't, I'll give away a jersey on the last break, and it'll go to anyone that joined any of these last 8 boxes. Okay, 35 up first. I don't need to close poll yet until we do the football next. And guesses are, I've got a player from the all-decade 1980s team in the gold bag. Guess who it is? Get some credit. I think it was 12 or 13 I said today. 12. Look at that. QB hanging with the other tight end vote today. I like that. Feeling confident. I'd love to have a QB night. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yep. Love this one. He had a great year last year, this year. I forget which year it is. I want to say he played good this year. Number 30. It's a great hit. East Coast COA, we got a goalie here. And I'll tell you something funny. On this Sorokin, it is Ilya Sorokin. Nick and Daryl got that right. When I passed that line, it was, who had him? Larry V. You had Belfour and Sorokin. I was going to say goalie line. I didn't, but imagine if every time I talk about a line, that line hits. Just say goalie line, and the goalie line hit. Ilya Sorokin going to Larry V. Larry, nice hit. We just pulled an Islander from Big Al's on Monday. Pat LaFontaine. Now we're going another Islander from East Coast. Ilya Sorokin. We've had a few Sorokins in Big Al's too. The camo. I think we had a reverse retro Fanatics breakaway version. Islanders Classic here. Beautiful jersey. I want to say I've got 2 or 3 Sorokins in the PC, maybe 2. Feel free to talk about my lines then. Islanders and Knicks last night too. Did I forget to ask who else hit? I saw the one hit on my way to practice, and then I didn't get in the next one. I thought maybe I didn't ask you about yesterday's. I forget who hit in the first box, but I know it wasn't me. Ooh, Barzal. I wanted to bid on that, but I have too many others, so that's good that you hit on that one. Did you do another box or just those 2? I forget who the first one was too. I just remember it wasn't a guy that I had. Did you do a third box? 4 boxes. All right, this is the time where I say, do I want to know? And I never want to know. My guy's always hitting boxes 3 or 4 when I can't do it. Because of my son's soccer. Don't say I don't want to know. Larry, nice hit. Lindholm, I remember that one. Calgary. 2 was Barzal for Daryl. Nice. 3. This is our box 51. Don't do it to me, Nick. I'm not joking. Like 5 of my targets have hit in the last month on breaks that I wasn't there. Bouchard, I think maybe I bid on once. And Krug. Whew. Okay, I dodged a bullet there. I liked both the Barzal and the Bouchard, but I wasn't on those frequently, so that's good. Those are all great jerseys, though. Okay, box 51. Good luck, all. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I missed number 4. Glad I didn't miss my. I missed 2, 3, and 4. Which is annoying. Or no, maybe I bid on 2, Nick. I think I bid on 2, and I just didn't see what hit. There's some dirt there, but it's not. It's on the outside. Great hit here. Winnipeg Jets. That is correct. That is Mark Scheifele. 2 solid current players right now for the Jets and the Islanders. Just not a pitcher headliner. We're down to our final 2 for that. Who had Scheifele? And they were both randoms, too. Mark Scheifele. Jets Fanatics is on the Austin Matthews spot. Jason T. Hitting back-to-back hockey jerseys, Jason. You hit the LaFontaine on Monday. Now you're hitting a nice Scheifele. I want to say that you maybe hit Scheifele before. or you hit a different jet. Congrats, Jason. Nice one. Fanatics Premium Shifley East Coast COA. Another nice classic jersey here. A patch. White strip underneath. Okay, we better have a pitcher. So, yeah, different jet. Who was it? It was Kyle Connor. Is that how you hit? Shifley's a great player too. So that's a nice hit. I kind of get all those jets mixed up. Oh, Morrissey. That's right. All three of those guys are current players. So, nice hit, Jason. Mark Shifley and Ilya Sorokin, two current players, goaltender, and Shifley is a, I don't know if he's a forward or a defender. I want to say defender, but I'm probably wrong. No, he's a center and a forward. Okay. Which one of those three is the defender? Morrissey. Connor's not a defender. Is it Morrissey? Maybe they're all forwards. I thought one of them was a defender. Morrissey is. All right. Defense. Let's keep moving. Congrats, you two, Larry and Jason, hitting Shifley and Sorokin. We're on to a new product, and we haven't done. I think we did footballs with We did a couple HP footballs, but not from like a case. Those that have been around for a long time know that we used to alternate every Wednesday between RSA minis and RSA footballs and RSA jerseys, and we do 10 at a time. I miss doing the 10 footballs. We get some white panels, some regulars, some fun hits in there. I miss doing those we did that on eBay. Every Wednesday there was a 10-box RSA break. Now, you got it, Jason. Now we've got Gold Rush Sensational footballs. I believe there's 8 in here. We'll open it. We'll number them. We'll pull one of them out. We're doing this by player. I think I prefer in these bigger series to do pick your player with randoms. If you guys get sick of that and want to do teams, we can. I think it kind of there's mountains and valleys between certain teams, so I kind of like it this way, but I'm happy to switch to teams too if we want to. But if we have a full checklist, it's kind of fun to do it this way. Let me read off who has who, and then we'll open it, figure out how to number them, and then roll a dice. We've got Scott with Dart, Dawson, Marino, Vic, Manning, Sugg, Staubach, and JT. Chris D, you've got Barry Sanders, Dante Hall, Allen Robinson, Sam Laporta, Brad, AJ Hawk. I was thinking, why is Brad picking a Packer if it's because it's an Ohio State Buckeye? That'd be a cool one, especially if it was a Hawkeye ball. Not a Hawkeye, a Buckeye. Sorry, went to the other side there. Trayvon Diggs, Ricky Williams, Aaron Donald, Greg Bettis, Murray, Billy Shaw, John Elway, Buffalo Dynasty Ball, Jonathan Ogden, Jarvis Landry, and Warren Moon. Nathan, you had Higgins, Waddle, Richardson, Lilly, Caleb Williams, Harold Fannin, Russell Wilson, London Fletcher, Chad, Jefferson, Daniels, Welker, and Singletary. Tim, you had Montana, Gardner, Adams, and Frank Thomas. Wanted to say you offered up Gardner and Frank Thomas for trade. Frank Thomas, it is the baseball player. He got a scholarship for Auburn University to play football. Obviously, he didn't do that, but he signed on Auburn football, which is kind of cool. Jeff V, Genty, A.J. Brown, Marvin Harrison, Xavier Legette, Carr, Lenny Moore, Jordan Addison, Larry Little, Bill S., Unitas, J.J. McCarthy, Jason Kelsey, Andre Johnson, Rogers, Penix, Curse, and Ray Lewis. Larry V had Urlacher, Gore, Riley Leonard, Antonio Gates. Nick, you had Thomas, Theismann, Vilma, and Rofe. And then our solos, Scorching, you had Dorsett and Largent, Greg, Peterson, and Taylor, and Nick with Drew Pearson. Let's close this. It is the last chance to vote for the bounty. It is also the last chance to guess a 1980s All-Decade player here. If you get it right, you get some credit to use. So let's crack this open. My guess is that there's 4 in the front, 4 in the back. So we'll probably just start at the front, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the back 5, 6, 7, 8. If not, we'll see how they do them. There's skinny boxes, 4 to each side, and there's only 1 row. 1 deep, I should say. Nope, I was wrong. So they're going this way instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 underneath them. So let me, I think I'm just going to write on the plastic because we've got some white there. So I'm going to do it right here. 1. And then when I peel it off, then there's no writing on it anymore. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to leave those out for now just so we can grab whatever one it is. Let's roll a dice and figure out what ball we're going to open. This series, you can tell there's some lower names, some medium names, some really big names. I bet we get a mixture of all 3 of those levels. We'll see where we start today. Also, there's white panels. You can see them. There's black panel, white panel, college, a couple other styles I bet are in there. I bet there's some gold balls or silver balls too. That is a 2. Spin it, see if we can pull it up the right way. 2. So let's get rid of 4 and 3. 1. That'll leave us with the 2. I wrote a 2 on. Get rid of this 2 because it's a little big. Takes up too much space. Grab a drink as well while I'm in here. Orange. Okay, I don't see anyone else guessing on these. Okay, see if anyone gets right. I'm going to close the poll as well, which, look at that. You guys were brave tonight. Quarterback. I hope you're right, too. Love to have a quarterback night. I'm going to go highlight QB. Bob Lilly ball. I actually would not mind seeing a Bob Lilly ball. It's been a while since we had a specialty Bob Lilly in my series not long ago. It's probably like 10 series ago. But it's a name we used to see all the time that I just don't see anymore. I've got him on a photo with Jim Brown, the 2 of them together, in a game they played against each other. I think it's kind of cool. Okay, here we go. See if you get it right. 3, 2, 1. I believe there were 1 or 2 that got it right. It's the throwback Wolverine New York Giants. That is LT, Lawrence Taylor. Don't do crack, even though he did something different. I know for sure there was at least 1. James, go Buffer. Got you, James. Lawrence Taylor. Although I swear there was more than just you. Joe Montana. Howie Long. Maybe it was just you. Think it was just you, James. I should have like a clause where if it's just one person, you get like 1.5 the amount or something. I'm always hoping that a couple get it right. It was 12 tonight, James. Let me write you down here. That's kind of hard, too, because there's offense, defense, special teams. Not supposed to be really easy, though. Nice catch, James. Lawrence Taylor is correct. On the old school Wolverine throwback style. I love these helmets. They're so nice for the Giants. I think I have one in the series for a different player. No, I at least have one in the reserves besides this one, though, too. All right. Quarterbacks, what you're hoping for the bounty. If you get it right, we'll randomize all the names that joined tonight. You can pick between Joe Green, Garrison Hurst Minis, STS4 on a classic, and then either the Jack Hughes puck or the photo. Basically, what they told me on the photos, because they're a little bent, he said, "There's no more. We sold out of those so fast. I can either give you a refund or we can do a partial discount if you want to keep them." And I'm like, I'll keep them. I'm going to keep one for myself too. But so one of those minis are a Jack Hughes puck or a photo. The photos, I haven't shown those in a while either, but might as well. If the bounty hits, these will be options, either one. There's Jackie Hughes. You can see a little bit bent here, but not. It's could be a lot worse, but I don't like that it's a little bent. We'll do some winner's choices on these two soon. I'm not going to use them all as giveaways, obviously, but we'll do one as a giveaway. Just so you know, minis or those are choices. Okay, let's start with our football. Not a large crowd tonight, so we'll see what that does for live fills. Box 2. They're little footballs. Does anybody know a Bengals fan that's named JD? I bought a licensed jersey without. All right, that was a pretty bad one. That I didn't look at very well. And it's places how it's personalized, and it's like baby size. It's like this big. But someone sold their kids and said, "To my smallest fan ever, it's Chad Ochocinco." I was going to put it in the series, but I can't do that now. And it's to JD. If anybody knows a Bengals fan named JD. Okay, let's crack this open. I'm trying to figure out why it was sold in the first place. That is the most bizarre thing. It's not pumped up. It's just sitting in there deflated, which is fine. Let's pull it out this way. Although I'm trying to figure out where auto is so I don't ruin. There's a sticker on it. I'm going to pull it out of the bag. You know a Cincinnati fan named JT? I think it's JD. Let me see. I took a picture of it. I can't remember what I just asked you guys. JT or JD? JD. So close. Although you get a marker. 2, JD, my shortest but biggest fan, Chad Johnson. And the jersey couldn't even fit my son. I'm going to pull this ball out because the label's on there. I don't want to ruin it by just showing a label. Here is the ball. You guys know they travel better without being pumped. You can put air in them when you get them. Some will not hold air. You can try to fix it. But this looks like a brand new ball, so I bet it just deflated for this. Beckett certified. No auto here. I can see part of it by the NFL show. Let's see what we got. 3, 2, 1. I know that one. And ironically, that would be a name that we would have seen from our 10 boxers from the RSA days. He was a Packer for 3 weeks. I don't know where he is now. That's Trayvon Diggs. I saw a poll the other day that said who's the most notorious brothers in the NFL. I think the Diggs were like in the top 10. Trayvon Diggs on the ball. I said we're going to hit some low, medium, high in these, I think. Trayvon. he's all for the interception, man. That one year he had a ton of interceptions. It was like bend, don't break. And then after that, he just kept doing. He kind of got cooked on a lot, like you said. Diggs is going to Brad. Breaking Brad. See, I talked about the A.J. Hawk line. I'm telling you, man. A.J. Hawk, Trayvon Diggs, Ricky Williams, Aaron Donald. Brad taking home the Diggs ball. I know you're wishing it was an Ohio State A.J. Hawk. Not bad at all. Wilson, you can blow this one up as well. Put some air in it. Here's the bag. I hate having this. This would have been right over the signature. I like looking at the auto without it telling us who it is. Okay. We'll see what else this case has in store. I think we're going to have a little bit from each of the levels: slow, medium, high. I'm not really sure how they tied that. I'll do it later though. That's it, Brad. Okay. That's another. But it's okay. We can catch up. Other. We are now to Racky. Remember how I said vote for which one you want, do 9 or do 6? The last box showed up at 5 o'clock today. I'll drive and get it right before our stream started, so I've got all 12. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I asked you if you'd rather do 9 or just do one case and then throw the other 6 in after. I was fine with doing 9 anyways, but I figured I'd ask you guys since it's different than normal. But now we've got 12, so we're good. Still quarterback month. Should have 2 quarterbacks per case. I think the cases before we had more than 2. This last case, I think we had exactly 2 per case. We were at 2, and then we hit 2 on the last night, so it brought us to 4. There are some new headliner pitchers in there, scattered with some of the old ones too. It's the same series, but a little bit updated there. Take a look, but just think about who you like, who you think might hit. In this one, I've got, let's cord out of my way. Greg, Rams in Carolina. Jonathan R, Green Bay, Tampa Bay. Tim, San Fran, Dustin, you bought the Chargers. Greg, Denver, Houston. Jonathan R, New England and Atlanta. Tim, Dallas. Scott, you bought Vegas. Steve, Kansas City. Scorching, you bought New Orleans. Eli, you've got Cincy and Baltimore. Bill S, Chicago, Detroit, Arizona, Washington. Jonathan R, Minnesota. Scorching, Tennessee. Joseph, Pittsburgh, Philly, Jacksonville, Seattle. Brian, Giants, Indy, Cleveland, and the Jets. Jason, Miami, and Buffalo. AFC East combo. We've now got all boxes. Okay, doing dollar signs for some reason. Let's get those going and get a box number. And then we'll open a box. It is Wednesday, so no college guess. And I got it right, didn't I, with Purdue? So on Monday, I'm going for 2. Suckers. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Number 12 that we're rolling with. That's the closest one to me. Easy peasy. Well, the top would be easier. 4. Still same Pitt, University of Pittsburgh. I like it. That gives you Marino. That gives you Donald. That gives you Dorsett. Missed on the Ducks guess. I know. It was the first box, right? No one guessed Ducks. You probably would have guessed it had you been here, huh? I thought about that. Box 12. Right down here. Okay, good luck all. Brand new double case. Sky's the limit. See if we can get some fun ones. I've enjoyed both of our last 2 double cases. I thought they've been great. Authentic. I think so. It feels stubby. That's why I was pressing on it. It feels like it's shrunk this way. Maybe it's a VSR 4. I called that. I'm a genius. Good. I'm not a genius. The MIDI. I see the team. I see the style. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 2 Broncos in as many days. We ended last double case, and not the very last helmet, but the second to last helmet with a Bronco. Now we're starting this case with a Bronco. Bronco, Bronco, Bronco. 5280, it's the Mile High style alternate. Beckett certified. Do you think we're going back-to-back Knicks, too? I wouldn't mind. Knicks is fine by me. I'm going to say no Knicks, though. Who had Denver? Denver was... Greg, you stuck with Denver, too, on the new double case. Hitting another Denver. LA would be sweet. I don't know why, but I'm calling a... It's probably going to be Knicks, but just for the fun of it, I'm gonna call like a Surtain or a Terrell Davis, someone like that. Ooh. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm interested to see what Knicks does this next year, too. No, this one's cool. I really dig this. Not Knicks. Not any names we said. I saw him on something the other day. I want to say it was an alternate. I don't remember where, but there was a time where I put him in the series and I hadn't seen him for a long time, so I loved getting him. I think I actually have one right now, too. Well, that's Rod Smith. Rod Smith, number 80. No idea where he played college. Someone can look that up for me, or I can look it up. Receiver. Receivers have been showing up a little bit more, too. Not that this matters for college, but I just want to see. Missouri Southern State University. That wouldn't have helped us, so we pulled that on a... He was. I love Rod Smith. I like the I think we had a duel at one point where it was Rod Smith and Ed McCaffrey. That stuff's cool. All right. Nice set, Greg. Congrats. It is time for Big Al's. 12. Chip it off the bottom. And wide receiver. Okay, Big Al's. These were randomized right before we went live. If you want to trade or sell or buy, now's the time. We're going to get the boxes here pretty quick. After I take a sip of, this is just plain orange flavor. I don't know how I feel about that. I bought the wrong case, and it's been in my fridge upstairs for months. I brought it down here to drink it instead of buy something I like. So I got to go through 12 of these things. That's number 3, I think. Okay, Greg, got you with the Arizona New York Jets combo spot. Atlanta as well. Bill S. Baltimore. Scott Buffalo. Brian Carolina Tennessee combo spot. Greg Chicago. Zach Cincy. Robert Cleveland. Nick F. Dallas. Jesse Denver. Hela Detroit. Bill S. Green Bay. David L. Houston and Indy. Dustin Jacksonville. David L. Kansas City. Zach Las Vegas. Carlos the Chargers. Scorching the Rams. David L. Miami. Elliott Minnesota. Bill S. New England. Kyle New Orleans. Tim the Giants. Scorching Philadelphia. Josh G. Pittsburgh. Zach San Francisco. Tim Seattle. Matt S. Tampa Bay. And Jonathan R. Washington. You've got maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes to trade if you want to or buy, or you can stick with what you got, which is what I would do. Notepad. By the way, Hot Rod, one of the best movies of all time. I don't know what it is. I'm on a movie quest right now. I'm trying to watch a bunch of movies I've never seen before while also watching movies for the 40th time. I do it while I'm working, but I've watched a ton of the movies lately. I want to get together some like rating spreadsheet where I can honestly answer what are my top 10 favorite movies or something, you know? Whenever I do that, I just kind of guess. I don't really know. 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heavy cage. I'm going to close this now since no trading is happening or no trading is happening. Okay, first number is 7. 7. Next number is 99. Next number is 11. We're going all low here. Can we do it? Can we do it? No. 141. Almost did it. Let me grab them, guys. We'll come back. We'll do a live fill 2-boxer after this from Big Out Series. We'll do a live fill Radke from the new double box. And then some licensed jerseys tonight. Base component. Yeah, that show is funny. I've not watched that in a long time, though. I saw a thing today where Will Ferrell was ranking all his movies and then putting them against each other. He said Anchorman was his favorite of all the ones, but it was the final was Anchorman and Other Guys. I would have picked Other Guys. One of my favorite movies, too. Okay, let me grab them, guys. 7.99, 11, and 141. Seven equals Flutie. Trying to think if I've Flutie's on a bunch of different teams. Trying to think if I have one now or not. Old School. He had Old School on that list too, and he did Old School ahead of a different movie. But then he had like Elf beating Old School or something. I can't remember. Yeah, the brick scenes. I love the dart scene too. I just think it's so funny. Whoa, it's like on the side of his neck. Okay, 7.99, 11, 141. Check, 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 check. All right, we're good. Let's roll. 7 up first. I'm going to copy the 2-boxer next. You guys are going QB. We've still only opened the 2 items. Or the 3 items. The football was the other one. Other than wide receiver. Okay. Here we go. Good luck, all. 40, 0 Wonka, box 7. Either a small animal burrowed its way into that box or it got hit on the outside or something. I don't know. I choose to believe it was a small animal. I might have seen the auto. It's double bagged. Well, that doesn't help, but might be right. 3, 2, 1. I'll wait to say, since the double bag's hard to see on a phone. Sometimes I ruin that. That is the Miami Dolphins. Zero Wonka. Who had Miami? On an Eclipse. Miami was Dave. David L. hitting the first box tonight. Nice, Dave. This is Beckett certified. Scott says, damn the man. That's what I thought I saw. Okay, starting with a quarterback. Mama. Dan Marino Eclipse. Beckett certified. Great hit. Congrats, Dave. That's great. Dan Marino. We're pulling the quarterback series from Radkey. Pulled a receiver there and then a quarterback from. Let's see if we can keep it going. Nice hit, Dave. No Wonka, but a nice Marino. Okay, box 11. I'm trying to think. We were close there. That was box 7. 40. Whenever we get those low numbers, I'm thinking we can hit a player number, you know. Trying to think of who a number 11 is. Was Alex Smith number 11? I think I should know that, but. Oh, man. First thing I did was. I'll just wait. You guys can figure it out. There we go. 3, 2, 1. We've got a flash. We had a yellow flash on Monday too, but it wasn't a Ram. It was. Or was it? No, it was a Steeler. The Mean Joe Green. I said 0 Wonk on this one. Rams. Who had Rams were Scorching Ray. Doubling up tonight, Ray. You had the Hideki. Now you got the Rams flash. I saw who it was. 3, 2, 1. There's a reason this one's kind of funny. Yeah, had it been Warner, we would have laughed about the box before. Or no, was this? No, not the box before, sorry. It would have been the same as Marino. Marino's 13, Warner 13. But this is not. This is AD. This is Aaron Donald, and that happens to be the next box number, 99. And we showed an Aaron Donald on Monday for the guest game. So I'd like to take credit in causing this one to come out, even though that doesn't make any sense. Back certified flash for the Rams. I love the flash helmets. Very nice hit. Aaron Donald. We were 1 box away from hitting the helmet number. Is there any other 99s? Next up, Dave and Ray starting us off. Two good ones. Weird to say AD's retired. Maybe he's going to come out of retirement, but he just doesn't seem like he should be retired. Marino's retired. Rod Smith's retired. This player, I can't quite see. 4. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm also not hearing anyone pipe up about last team standing. They're all, I guess you just saw this one, but are those two already hit? Did we end our huge run of straight in a row? I'm missing an earpiece. We're actually missing it because it's not in there. It's not on the side of the helmet. I'll see if I got another white one. Miami was new? Yeah, no kidding. Miami is new. Okay, so we're down to like 20 or something. Or we have hit 20. San Fran was Zach. Miami is new. Rams were not. Niners, I don't remember if we've had a Niner yet. My head tells me yes. I don't know who. Zach, let's see what you got. Besides the missing earpiece. JSA certified. Sometimes these get a little hard to see unless you're looking directly on. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I forgot about this. I actually have, there's a little bit sticking inside there. Got it. Dual signed. I forgot about this one. That's one of the minis we have is Mr. Garrison Hurst, but we also got his quarterback down there, Jeff Garcia. That's a cool one. Gore on a rave. Okay. I don't remember pulling that helmet. Gore on a rave. But apparently I did. Jeff Garcia, Garrison Hurst, dual sign on the Niners slate. Going to, I said, Zach. Zach, nice hit, man. Hurst and Garcia dual signed. I mentioned at the start of the series that this series had already had some multi-signed in there. Then they added a bunch more too. So love the slates. I do too. There's a few of you guys that like the slates. We haven't had any Wonka though. That shouldn't matter. I should focus on the helmets, but no Wonka. 141. Series 40. 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. Final helmet here. Good luck, all. So QB running back, yeah. That one's a little more straightforward. That's one of your QBs. There you go. And did that just tie it up? Or did I missed another with Aaron Donald? And I missed a QB? No. I just have the other and the other, the QB, the QB. Yeah, there's 2 QBs. I did miss them. And then I have a running back and a wide receiver. 2, 1, 1, 2, right? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. Yeah. We're alive. 2 quarterbacks. Well, we'll have to wait on this one because we're in a bag. Again, guys, we'll do a 2-boxer after this from the same series. Racky after that, and some licensed jerseys. This will finish our. I can't even see. This will finish our 4-boxer. Good luck, all. One more shot here on this 4-boxer. 3, 2, 1. Oh. I think I know who I put on this one. And this one's been in for a few series. Someone is going to like this one. I mean, I already know. So someone would want this one that's not in this break is what I'm trying to say. I don't know who has this. I think I know who it is. Back at certified. Let's see what we got here. South Carolina Gamecocks Eclipse. This is their specialty. Not all colleges get specialties. South Carolina was one of them that got an Eclipse. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. That's what I suspected. It could have been a few guys. I bet a lot of you guys went to the wide receiver option. This is not. This is the other option. That is Jaycee Horn, nephew, I believe, of Joe Horn for the Saints. But this is Jaycee Horn, Panthers. Going to Brian W. on the Carolina-Tennessee combo. Obi's saying he trade the Kyren even after seeing the auto there, Obi. I don't know if you already have a Jaycee Horn or not. Just confirm, and then Brian can decide if he wants to trade that. Nice hit. South Carolina Gamecocks Eclipse, Jaycee Horn. There might be a few people interested in this one, actually. Congrats. That might be our first college this series, too. We had Dan Marino on the Eclipse. We had Aaron Donald on the Flash, Hurst and Garcia on the Slate, and Jaycee Horn on the Eclipse, South Carolina. Let's try a 2-box live fill here. See how this one goes. Don't send until it fills up, guys. Let's make sure we can get this one full. Is it just a tad bit slower tonight? There's more watching now than there was. Don't have a full-size Gamecocks at all? Oh, wow. I tried to get you one in an auction that was going to go cheap just to trade or even just give it to you, and I missed. I remember telling you that too, though. But that was Sharp, not Horn. This one I've had for a little bit. Okay, I've got, first of all, these are still from last week. I could leave it there, I suppose, but let's just put it in order so people can read it right. Greg Giants, Dustin, Denver. Nick, Chicago with a random. Kyle Cincy, already on it. Kyle Cincy, James, Green Bay. Don't forget your credit. Ray, Detroit. Greg just behind on Detroit. Dave, Chicago, also gone. Sorry, Dave. Indy is there. Spot 7 for Brian. New England, number 8 for Bill. Number 9, Green Bay's gone. Greg, but Kansas City's there. Number 10, Green Bay's gone. Sorry, Bill. Minnesota's there for Zach. New England's gone, Carlos. Sorry. Cincy is gone, Zach. Sorry. Cleveland is there for number 11. Come on. 12 is Eagles. Still there? Carlos, gotcha. I've got too many. The Clowney I bought off you on eBay and George Rogers. That's cool. I'm trying to think who other South Carolina full sizes I've seen. I like the ones that have red on them too, and I mean the Eclipse is great too. But I like the ones that have the red logo, the maroonish logo. Find me a Sidney Rice. That'd be cool. We had one Sidney Rice item years ago. I don't remember if it was a full size. Or maybe I'm just imagining that. Eagles got it. Tampa Bay is there for Greg. Buy random. Gotcha on next spot. Okay. We are getting there. 13 spots claimed. 3 remain. Oh, man. Rice was South Carolina too? I didn't know that. I guess I should have put 2 and 2 together there. I didn't realize he was South Carolina. All I know, he went to Seattle after, but I watched him torched the Packers in the game I went to with Brett Favre throwing in the ball. I don't know if he even had a lot of yards, but I swear he scored a touchdown. That game will just always live in my head. Clay Matthews stripped the ball from Adrian Peterson, took it out of his hands, and ran it back for a touchdown. I think Jermichael Finley had like a 60-yard run, catch and run all the way to like the 5-yard line, and then they stopped us on the goal line. They had like 4 goal line stands against the Packers. We lost, obviously. Dave, gotcha. But I remember Sidney Rice and Brett Favre, man. That helped his value there. Brad Washington. I think that's why he got a contract with Seattle, right? One spot left to close this. Final spot. I don't believe there's any other randoms up either, so this one will close us. Make sure I didn't miss any random spots. I don't believe so. We will do You'd Love a Rice too, yeah. I want to look at my all Big Al's list here really quick to see if I had a Sidney Rice full size, if I'm making that up in my brain. Sidney. New Orleans closes us, I believe. I'm on the wrong screen, but I'll go back and look here 1 second. Simeon Rice. No Sidney Rice. I wonder if it was a mini or a jersey that we had of him. I swear we had one. Might be confusing him with someone else, though. All right, back here we had New Orleans to close us for Kevin. From your parents' hometown, too. That's cool. I liked him. Even though he's a Viking, I liked him. I thought he was fun to watch. Let's run some randoms here, guys. Seven times. Hold on, nope, that wasn't that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Rams on top, Jets on bottom. Okay, Greg, I've got you with the Giants and the Rams. Dustin, Denver and Houston. Nick, Chicago. Jonathan, you bought the random. That's Vegas. Kyle, Cincy and Arizona. James, Green Bay, Atlanta. Scorching, Detroit and Pittsburgh. Brian, you have Indy and Seattle. Bill S., New England and Buffalo. Greg, Kansas City and Jacksonville. Zach, Minnesota, Baltimore. Bill S., Cleveland and Carolina. Carlos, Philly and Miami. Greg, Tampa and San Francisco. David L., Dallas and the Chargers. Brad, Washington, Tennessee. And Kevin, New Orleans and the Jets. If any trades are going, let me know. We'll some bingo balls here. The Raiders. I don't know if the Raiders are your favorite team to get. I already know how Dustin feels about the Raiders. Get my notepad and then drop my pen, of course. Okay. Don't need to shake it, so we're good to go. 2 numbers. 1, 2. I'd rather have to only watch WNBA for. Did you guys, Dustin? Did you see the highlights from the WNBA All-Star game? Oh my gosh. I like watching Caitlin Clark and a few of these other Paige Beckers and stuff, but man, it's kind of rough. They were trying to do like trick layups and missing the rim, and 3-pointers are missing the rim, and I'm all for girl sports, trust me, but WNBA struggles a little bit. 90. When my daughter played basketball, I loved going to her games. Now she's a little too heavy into dance, unfortunately. Thank my wife. Yeah. Go look at the All-Star, WNBA All-Star highlights, because they're like trying to be like cool and not try, like the NBA does, but that just made it even worse. 139 was the number there. It was tough. Let me grab them, guys. 90 and 139. You're still here with me. We're doing Fire Factory and Big Al's licensed jerseys tomorrow. Like usual, see who we had. We got 2 locked, so that's... I don't know that we'll keep doing that. But for some reason we got 2 locked right now. I wanted to add Trout. I thought that was fun, and then had a couple extra Ovies and bought one, so we put one of those in lock too this time. Anyway, we'll do one of those. We'll do a Big Al's licensed jersey 2-boxer tonight too, but there'll be 3 tomorrow. Okay. 90, 139, 139, 90. Let's roll. Next up, Radke. Let's see if we can hit one of those quarterbacks in Radke. I don't even care if it's a quarterback. They're all fun. Okay, let's close this. Okay, good luck all. 90 and 139. Series 43 points. Finally got one tonight. Can't quite see the auto, but I love this style for this team. I think I have an idea. 3, 2, 1. Classic throwback red. What year is it? Like 90s? 2000s? I actually want to see if this is the right box. That's the right thing, but that says it's a lunar eclipse. That's not what that is. Buffalo. On the red, classic-ish throwback, Norwood. Yeah, I think of older guys when I see this color. Hold on, I'm on the wrong page. I'm too far over, I should say. Buffalo was not claimed. It was a random on spot 8. Bill S. Congrats, Bill. See what you got. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Scott said the Terminator. For some reason, I thought it was someone else. I might have another red throwback speed of different position, different player. Hall of Fame 07, that is the Terminator. Thurman Thomas. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Don't think that's the first Bills because I'm pretty sure we pulled a triplets from this series, unless that was the end of last series. Like I said, Bill. Thurman Thomas. And that was 3 points. So let me. Yeah, they were. Just unfortunately didn't get to the very end. I root for the Bills every year now from the AFC. One, I like Josh Allen. And I like a lot of their players too, but I just would like to see them win. 3, Bill S. 7, 29, 26. Me too. That's got to be torture. There's a few of you guys, Vikings fans, Bills fans. It's got to happen. I want my dad to be around so bad when the Vikings, or if the Vikings win a Super Bowl. He's been a fan for so long. I grew up in a Vikings house as a Packers fan, so I like secretly root for them. I mean, I don't really anymore, but I like their players. And when we're out of it, I'd like to see them win for my dad, my brother, and my friends that are Vikings fans. But Bills are in that same breath for me. No, you don't. Stop it. There's just some teams I hate and other teams that I don't hate is how I should put it. The ones I don't hate are the ones that I root for when the Packers are gone. I was high school and it was awful. All my friends knew how much of a Bills fan I was. Ugh. 139, Series 40. More Wonka, 2 points. Yes, the more stickers from your break room. Let everyone know that you at one point owned this helmet. I wonder how many helmets would have my stickers on them by now if I started marking up everything. Keep them pure, keep them clean. That doesn't really bug me that bad, so don't. There we go. I see the team, see the style. I don't know who it is. 3, 2, 1. I didn't really take a gander. Well, there's an earpiece that it's resting on. Hopefully that's one of the other ones in there. Titans. I said we already hit Bills. I don't think we've hit Titans, though. That might be a new team, too. Maybe 2 new teams tonight. Let me get some tape on that. Who had Tennessee? Tennessee was a random 2. Spot 15, Breaking Brad. Brad, nice hit. Sorry, guys. 2 randoms, not claims. I know you guys want to hit your claim teams. There's good stuff on all of them, though. There's already a piece of tape in there, too. That's funny. Still can't tell. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, now I know. We already talked about one uncle earlier. I think Uncle Nephew. I'm pretty sure Bruce is the uncle, right? Clay Matthews Sr. Bruce Matthews was the uncle. No, it's not the other Bruce. It's not Bruce Jenner. Back at certified Bruce Matthews, Hall of Fame 07. It's been a while since we've had him, I think. Don't think I added him this series, so I think that's been kicking around in the series for 1 or 2. Maybe 38 or 39. Nice hit, Brad. Congrats. A couple older ones there. Both. Look at that. Hall of Fame 07, Hall of Fame 07. I love that. Same Hall of Fame class. That's cool. I don't know what scares, but I think it's cool. Thurman Thomas and Bruce Matthews. Let's do a Radke box. Congrats to Bill on Buffalo, Brad on Tennessee. Brad, are you on again tomorrow? I know you were on last Thursday, but I don't know if it's an every Thursday thing or sometimes. I did not hit a Breaking Brad helmet last week on Thursday or Saturday, so I need a retry. Unless I'm forgetting one, which could very easily. Jonathan R. Dallas. Oh, hold on. Let me share my screen. Cincy. This is Radke. Kyle. If I can spell your name right. Greg, Green Bay. Bill just behind on Green Bay. Steelers going to Dave. Tampa Bay, spot 5 for Dustin. Spot 6, Green Bay's gone, James. Sorry, Indy is there for Brad. 7, Minnesota for Jonathan. Rams are there, spot 8 for Greg. Chicago is there, spot 9 for David. Dustin, Rams are gone. Chicago's gone, Bill. Detroit is there. Ray, that's spot 10. Detroit. Steelers are gone, Joseph. Pittsburgh's gone, Greg. Eagles are there, Carlos. That's spot 11. Joseph. Giants are there, spot 12. Sweet, Brad. I'll be there. Although I'll be no, I won't. I'll be done with practice, but hopefully I'll be home. My kids just think they can. We on a soccer team with friends, and the friend's sister is my daughter's friend too, and is my high school friend. So they just think every time after soccer, let's go eat at restaurants, go swim at their pool. You guys don't have to wake up and work the next morning. So they think, because it's summer for them. So hopefully I can watch, but I'm going to jump in regardless. 14, New England, Bill. Dave, I had you with Washington before. Philly was gone. 15, Miami for Jason. And 16 is San Francisco for Brian. I hear someone walking upstairs, but my wife told me that she took the kids with her. So someone is lying to me. Something's not adding up. Hold on. We are closed, but Jason has a random up. If anybody wants to jump in for 18. They're both here, those butt cracks. What the? It's raining outside. They just walked home. Who knows? Okay, there is one random available. I'll roll here in a second, but see if we can snatch that last spot up here for 18. And then we'll get some randoms going. It's going to be Buffalo again. "30 seconds, then I'll roll through. I did not finish updating this. Other, is that where I ended? Yeah. Running back, 2-2-1-2. Other and other. Offensive lineman, defensive back. Need a quarterback here, and then hope to hit a quarterback in Big L's. I went south with just 2 helmets. Okay, no one's jumping on that random, Jason. Let's see what you get, and you can offer it up as a team. I don't see anyone commenting, so I'm not jumping too fast. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. New Orleans is the random, Jason. If you're selling, let me know. Right there. If you want them up, let me know. If you're going to keep them, let me know. Jonathan, Dallas and Vegas. There's that Vegas team again, Jonathan. Kyle, Cincy, Baltimore. AFC North team, Kyle. Greg, Green Bay, Cleveland. David, Pittsburgh, and the Jets. Dustin, Tampa, Tennessee. New Orleans is up for sell or trade if anyone's interested in trading or buying for 18. Dustin, Tampa, Tennessee. Brad, Indy, Seattle. Jonathan R, Minnesota Chargers. Greg, Rams, and Jacksonville. David, Chicago, Buffalo. Scorching, Detroit, Kansas City. Carlos, Philly, Houston. Joseph, Giants, and Carolina. David L, Washington, Atlanta. Bill S, New England, Arizona. Jason, Miami, New Orleans. Brian, San Francisco, Denver. Oh, it's fate. Yeah, it kind of feels like it. Ravens for Saints trade, Jason. It's fate. Has anybody here in the chat seen the Odyssey yet? Oh, that's probably a yes. Sure on the trade? Okay. Baltimore for New Orleans. Good luck. Trade at your own risk. Orleans. Those are both hittable teams, and then again, any team is, but let's get some randoms going, or some box number going. And then again, if you're jumping in jerseys, you take screenshots, see who's there. Bunch of fun names. That'll be what we end with tonight. What am I looking for? This is what I'm looking for. Nobody's seen the Odyssey. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 8 was on the top, the last two. Number 8. Also, no, it's the same line. We had 12, and then one right above is 8. Easy peasy. I'll just slide them over after. Number 8. Give us a quarterback to get us one closer. I believe in us. I'm going to copy the licensed jerseys as well. Hey, so far so good. No call from my wife saying that she ran her car through a building or something tonight. Ooh, this one is definitely a Viking retro. I agree with you. The Vikings got to be somewhere, but it's been like 3 cases. You can't give up, though. Oh, man. How's the truck? They towed it. They flushed it or pumped it or cleaned it or whatever they did. And it's fixed, but it cost a bunch of money. I sold some helmets yesterday I should have just whatever, but I was like, yeah, I'll just make up for it with some helmets. But truck's fixed. And that's where we're at. Okay, box 8. I was going to say she learned a lesson, but she already knew she wasn't supposed to do that. She just wasn't paying attention, so it could very easily happen again, huh? I need to drive that truck and let her drive mine, because mine just takes regular gas. Her car takes premium, so she put premium in it, thinking that she was in her car. You know? I'll be honest, when I've been in that truck before, there's been one time where I go there and I grab the thing for the pump for regular, and then I'm like, oh crap. Fill up your own car 100 times in a row, it's just second nature. Yeah, I'm just glad she didn't try to like drive it. And I'm glad she didn't put whatever that other one, DEF or whatever. I think that would have ruined the entire engine. It would have been like 40 grand. A little blue nozzle, whatever it is. So it could have been worse, could have been better. By better, it could have just not happened. But we live, we learn. I know. Okay, here we go. I've always loved this style for this team. It's been a while since I've seen it. British Petroleum, BP. 3, 2, 1. It has been a while since I've seen this. I love this style. I think that was cleaned. I'll wait till we open this up. Alternate. On-field alternate. One they've worn before, like a few of the other alternates. I'm trying to think who this is. Do we think that they'd put in a Anthony Richardson? That's who I think of when I see the style. He signed a bunch of these. I had one. We had a few in the series. I could see this being Edge. I could see it being Reggie Wayne because he signed recently. I could see it being Daniel Jones too. Tyler Warren. There's a lot of good guesses. This could be Peyton Manning. Who had Indy? I know it was claimed. Breaking Brad. Back-to-back hits, Brad. He went from Tennessee to Indy. 2 AFC South, too. Against all odds. I could name 50 players and name all but the right one. Good grief. Someone even asked me yesterday. I was selling a few helmets, and they said, do you have a JT Authentic? I'm like, I don't right now. We did a few series ago, but not in my reserves. It's a great hit. Jonathan Taylor. Nice hit, Brad. He's not watching. JT, where's the... if we make it through this whole double case without a Viking, which I don't know, it's probably just as easily could happen as a hitting, then might need to change the game plan. But as soon as you do, you know there's going to be a double Viking case. Great hit, Brad. 60. I know. But you know the rule. As soon as you stop, that's when it happens. Especially on Racky and stuff. Or not Racky, Fire Factory. We've had guys chase names forever and then not get it, and then it hits. JT, running back. That isn't helping the quarterback. Congrats, Brad. JT, let's try some licensed jerseys. I'll get my screen up so you can see who you're claiming. I just named like 12 Colts, and the only one I didn't name, I mean, I could have named a bunch more, Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis and whoever else, but I didn't name JT, so. Okay. Let's see how we do here. I think we're off to a decent start. Let me top chat and live chat it. I've got Allstott. Why am I looking in the wrong space? Jeez Louise. Jonathan, that's for Larry, Uncle Larry. Ripken for Mark. Cal. That might be the oldest jersey in the series. I looked at it the other day. It's either first or second. Everyone's favorite. Alex Caruso's been in there for a long time, too. When I looked. 3, Barry. 4, Greggy. 4, Favre. 4, James. 5, just behind on Favre Bill by one dang claim. SGA is 5. 4, Kevin. Barry just a little behind Ray. Mariota, sorry. I just put Kesson O. Not your name. Marcus Mariota. Going to Brian. Heiserman going to Nick. Number 7. Taves going to Dwayne. Dwayne, you found it. Nice. This is the Big Al series, and he's in there right now. So we do these on Mondays and Wednesday nights, and then tomorrow during the afternoon, a 3-boxer will drop too. Those are the only 3 chances of these jerseys. Drew is Breeze, correct? Yes. Or Dr. Drew? There's no other Drews, Al. Bork, number 10 for Jason. Rodman, number 11 for Uncle Larry. 12 is Khan for Bill S. Rice is 13 for Scorching. 14 is Simpson. Racky's cursed. It's like few of you have a few ghosts in the Racky cases. That's how it'd be for me too, I'm sure. And I noticed some of you guys go through really good patches and really bad patches. It's just good or bad luck, man. Greg Simpson. SGA's gone, Ray. Sorry. Zonka is there for Jonathan. Larry Zonka. I'm assuming that's you, not Larry. Con, got you, Bill. Zonka Magic is number 16. Now would be a good time for Zach to check 7 and should be 9. Magic. Look at that. You already answered my question. There he has all star Robin. Okay. Gates is number 17. Gates Brian. 18 is Reeves for Bill S. Yeah, Reeves. Jeez Louise. 19 is Johnny Stockton for Zach. 20 is Linus Olmark to close us for Brian. Elliot just behind on A-Rod and Kreider. Sorry, man. Can I change to Chelios? I don't care. Fine with me. Does anybody see a problem with that? Since we're closed, is the only reason I'm asking everyone else. If we were open, I would just say, yeah, you drop it and get it in. Anyone care if we change Nick's from Bork to Chelios? Doesn't matter to me. It was an unclaimed. I'll keep you on spot 10 since we're closed. If anyone has an issue, let me know, and I may or may not put it in the filing cabinet behind me. But really, if there's people that have an issue with trading after the fact, you don't want to say here, you can tell me. I can address that later too. So in this scenario, it doesn't bother me. Okay, we got the right amount, 20. There will be 2 solos, guys. Dos solos. They will be $10 a piece, as long as it's not Trout or Ovechkin. Those 2 will be for sale. If it is one of those 2, we'll re-roll an 8th time. See how I start talking slower? Like I don't know what's going on. Long day. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and our solos are Joakim Noah, Paul Pierce, Bulls and Celtics. Bulls and Celtics. I've got Bill B with Noah. And I've got Bill S with Pierce. Thank you, guys. Noah is Bill B. Paul Pierce is Bill S. Elliot says he'll buy A-Rod, Strawberry, and Kreider if available. Kreider went to Bill, let him know. A-Rod went to Brian W., let him know. And Strawberry, the Daryl type. Is it down there too? And I just don't see it. Scorching, Ray. If you 3 want to sell those spots, Elliot's already in the purchasing position for those. Let's check spots. Excuse me. Larry V. Allstott, Emmett Smith, and Chris Carter are 3 of the same sport. So Larry V getting a little discount there. Mark Ripken, Fiala, and Bryant. Greg Sanders, Martone, and Riggins. James Favre, Bosa, and Tatis Jr. Kevin SGA, Elway, and Forsberg. Brian W. Mariota, Hellebuck, and MJD. Nick Eiserman, Jamal Lewis, and Evan Mobley. Dwayne, you had Devon Taves, Alex Ovechkin on the locked spot, so that's not claimable, but it landed on you, Dwayne, and Alexander Barkov. That's also a $3 off spot, Dwayne, so you only owe 27. Greg, Breeze, Thomas, and Murphy, Jason, Chelios, Hossa, and Bellinger, Larry V, Rodman, Urlacher, and Barbashev. Bill S, you have Kahn, Pat Sertan, and Mark Messier, Scorching Rice, Strawberry, and Wilson. Greg, OJ, DeBrincat, and Molitor, Jonathan R, Zonka, Blankenship, and Peppers. Jonathan R, you got a $3 off spot too. Zach, Magic Johnson, Mike Trout, locked went to you, Zach. Randall Cunningham, Brian Gates, Rodriguez, and Caruso, Bill S., Reeves, Warinsky, and Kreider. Zach, Stockton, Higgins, and Bork. And then Brian, Olmark, Hunter, and Konechny. Noah went to Bill B. And Pierce went to Bill S. Okay, let's start looking through these. Again, the very first one, Bill with Kreider, Brian with Rodriguez, and Scorching with Strawberry. If you guys want to sell those, if you're in the market to sell, Elliott will buy. Jamal Lewis and Mobley for trade for hockey. Jamal Lewis and Evan Mobley are up for trade for hockey. I'll do that. Larry V, buy Emmett for you. Emmett is for sale. Okay, perfect. Emmett Smith. Going to Greg. Bill says you can have Kreider, Elliott. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Emmett for sale. Urlacher's up for sale. I'm just looking down. Buy Urlacher. Bill's taking Urlacher. Bill S. Buy Emmett. Barbashev for sale. I'm going to look down and see if anyone bought Barbashev. Not yet. So let's highlight Barbashev. Buy Urlacher. Greg, just a second behind Urlacher. Buy Mobley if selling. Nick, if you're selling Mobley, yours, Ray. Good luck. Okay. You guys are a step ahead of me today. I like it. Peppers for sale. That's from yours. Well, let me see if someone buy Peppers. Perfect. Peppers going to Greg. Buy Urlacher, buy Mobley. Peppers for all years. Forsberg for Caruso. Forsberg is on Kevin. Caruso is on Brian W. Brian W., do you want to trade? Sure, Kevin, I'll do that. Look at you guys go. I don't even have to ask again. Yeah. Forsberg, buy Peppers, sold. Thank you. Good luck. I'll buy Higgins if for sale. Higgins went to Zach. Zach, let him know if you want to sell Higgins. I'll sell you A-Rod, Elliott. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, guys. Look at this. Look at this. All these buys and sells and trades. I'm saying good job, and then I'm going to make someone mad or happy when one of them hits, though. Thanks, guys. Nick F., I will buy Jamal Lewis if you can't trade. Lewis for Martone. Greg, sorry, Nick, have to keep hockey. No problem. So not a trade, but we'll buy if you want to sell. Sure, Kevin. Bosa up for trade for hockey or baseball. Bosa's up for trade for hockey or baseball. Barbashev was up for sale. Ivan. Isn't Ivan the guy's name on the villain on Iron Man? Iron Man 3 or 2? That makes the arms with the laser things. I swear his name is Ivan. Bosa, Lewis from Martone Sweet. Thank you, Brian. Or to DeBrincat, either would work, Greg. He's going to keep both the hockey. Sorry, Nick, had to keep hockey. There he has Barbasol for sale. If anyone, any hockey peeps interested. James trade Murphy for Bosa. Del Murphy for Nick Bosa, James. Sell Lewis to Greg and buy Barbashev. Barbashev going to Nick. On Gray. And Lewis going to Greg. Pass Greg. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes here. Bosa's up for trade. Is that it? Everything else was bing, bing, boom. Feels like. I'll give it just one more minute since we're just barely at 10 o'clock right now. So we're any more trades or sells? You got another minute. How about Moltor for Bosa? That's a deal. Okay, perfect. I think that zeroes out everything. Look at that. I think we're good. Couple trades, a bunch of purchases. Let's rock and roll. Gold cage. There's your text. Telling me 2 hours after you decide to do it. Just ignore me. All right. 2 numbers. 1, 2. Pen. Right there. 39, 39. And 194, 194. All right, guys, let me grab them. Are we past the point? No, we could pull 2 quarterbacks, right? Tight end other, I think we're your second vote. So if only they had swapped spots. 2 quarterbacks here will do it. I think we have at least 2 quarterbacks in the series, right? Looking at the leftovers, there's 1, there's 2, and a couple claims. So probably the harder one, but it could happen. Could. test my theory. Did I get Higgins? I don't know if Zach responded. I mean, if he did, maybe I missed it. I don't think he sold it to you. Zach, if you're selling him Higgins, let me know if I missed it, but I don't think I did. I don't see it. I don't believe so, Mark. Okay, Larry B, Dwayne, and Jonathan R., you guys all had $3 off. If you already paid, I'll write it down as a credit. If you'd like to just get paid for it too, just let me know and I'll Venmo or you PayPal or Cash App, whatever it is, I'll send back $3. Usually, if that happens, I just write it down as a credit. But I'm happy to do either way. 39, 194. Check. Let's roll. I don't remember which box it is from where I grab, but I'm going to test my theory. I can't quite tell. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, now I can tell. And I think that does. Got it upside down. Good grief. That's the third item tonight that's not the theory I'm testing, by the way. Talking about something and having it come out. The theory on this one was all the way at the bottom, but then again, if a lot come out of the same row, they could just drop down quickly. But I thought maybe this would be an old one. And it's literally the one at the start of the stream, the start of this one that I said is maybe the oldest or second or third oldest. Holy moly. I should just shut up about things. That is about time, says Mark, and you claimed him, I think. You've been back and forth. You had him today, Mark. Cal Ripken. You and a few others have been going for him. I want to say it's top 3 oldest jersey in the series. If I grab a box from the low end, I'm not going to come tell you guys that because I like to have everyone have an option. I don't like knowing before the break happens if it's a new or an old jersey. I'm not a big fan of that, but I wanted to see if we had an old one. I think it very well have been the other box that was lower. I don't remember where I grabbed it. Maybe we have 2 old ones here. Mitchell and Ness, authentic Cooperstown collection. $100 jersey, unsigned. CC, nice hit. Mark. Cal Ripken Jr. I feel like ever since I bought a bunch of baseball, we've hit more baseball. Didn't we hit baseball on Monday? No, we didn't. We hit basketball and hockey. So never mind. Congrats, Mark. That was a long chase, I feel like. Or maybe you were focused on a different chase before and then went to this one after, but this one's been in for a long time, so. A great hit. Let's see if this next one's old too. 194. That one's obvious. Here we go. And that, by the way, that's not football and it's not a quarterback, so that did not help you get tight. You need to go 2 for 2. This one is football, but it's also not a quarterback. That's an obvious one. We've had a few that have chased him. No one claimed him tonight, I don't think. Nope. Let's see where he's at. That is John Riggins. We've had him twice now, I believe. And I love his stuff. Let me find him. Not the first line. There he is. Second random on the third line. Greg, you had Barry Sanders, Porter Martone, and John Riggins. Congrats, Greg. Not one of your targets, but still a cool one. Unless you hit the last Riggins, which was probably like a year ago, but I don't know that you did. That's it, Greg. John Riggins, Mitchell and Ness, Beckett certified. 44, my high school basketball number. Didn't know it's not hanging in the rafters. Not even close. NFL Legacy 1982. Throwbacks, Mitchell and Ness. Great hit. Two fun ones there. Cal Ripken, John Riggins. Football and baseball, and I said Monday we hit basketball and hockey. I think we went just 1 week. I want to hit like 4 hockey, 4 football. Congrats, Greg. Congrats, Mark. Cal Ripken and John Riggins. This at one point belonged to someone named Donald Todd. Or Todd Donald. Not anymore. Congrats, you two. Sorry to everyone else. Some fun jerseys there. Let's do a quick recap. We did not hit our bounty. We'll try again on Monday. Non-Big Al's items. We started off with Hideki Matsui on the black Rawlings ball, or I think it's Rawlings. Yeah, cool one there. Our football was Trayvon Diggs. I remember we started with Trayvon Diggs in our licensed jersey series a while back too, but then it ramped up from there. Licensed jerseys from East Coast, Mark Scheifele and Ilya Sorokin, both great hits, both players IPC. Radke today had Rod Smith and Jonathan Taylor, quarterback series with no quarterbacks yet, so there's 4 of them floating out at least in the last 10. Big Al stuff was John Riggins, Cal Ripken Jr., Thurman Thomas, Bruce Matthews, J.C. Horn, Aaron Donald, dual sign Garrison Hurst and Jeff Garcia, and then Dan Marino. I feel like we had a big one on Monday on the first helmet too, and the first helmet today was Marino. All right, guys, congrats. Sorry to those that did not hit tonight. If anything's staying, let me know. Congrats to those that did. If anything's staying for the corner, let me know, and I'll get it posted. Fire Factory and licensed jerseys will drop tomorrow as well for the weekend. We'll figure out what day to do it on. All right, thanks for hanging out, guys. See you on the weekend if you're around.